In last lecture, we have started the unit number 4, that is the response spectrum theory. Okay, what is mean by the response? What is mean by the spectrum? That are all parts related to this response spectrum, and whatever the basic information about this chapter already we have seen in the last lecture. Okay, response is nothing but a behavior of the structure under a dynamic loading. That is nothing but a response. And what is meant by the spectrum? The spectrum, it is a graph which shows the velocity, displacement and acceleration with respect to the time during the behavior of the structure during the general dynamic loading. Okay, that is nothing but a spectrum. We'll see that different types of the spectrum. There are the graphs. We'll see in the next lecture. Okay, but in this lecture we'll see that Duhamel's integral for the constant force. Already we have seen this Duhamel's integral in the last lecture, and based on this Duhamel's integral, we will go for this constant force. Okay, there are the two. First one is the Duhamel's integral we will apply for the constant force, and second one is for the rectangular force, and third one is for the triangular force. Based on this, we will solve this problem. Okay, for first we will go for the constant force. If constant force is over there on the system, then how this behavior of the structure is with respect to the displacement, how it will be going to be, so that we will see here. Okay, in this way you can see here that is the constant force f of tau, that is the time force, that is the if not is the force is applied, where the time period is t. In on x y axis there will be a f of tau, that is the time, that is the force applied, and in the x direction there will be a time period, that is the measured time period. And based on this Duhamel's integral, what is the Duhamel's integral? Already we have seen in the last lecture that Duhamel's integral is a x naught cos omega n t plus v naught upon omega n into sin of omega n t plus that Duhamel term, that is the that the first part is related to the undamped free vibration system. Already we have seen in the unit number 2nd, and that derivation already we have seen, and we got that solution about the free vibration of undamped system is like this. What is this? X naught cos omega n t plus v naught upon omega n into sin of omega n t plus, where this Duhamel's integral part will become here 1 upon m omega n into integration of 0 to time t f of tau into sin of t minus tau into d tau. That is the total Duhamel's integral based on the free vibration and with respect to the force. That is the Duhamel's integral. But in this constant force, you can see here that is the f of tau, that is the force, and where the time period is t. But when this time period at time t is equal to 0, there is a time t at there is a condition. What condition is here? At time t is equal to 0, there is a velocity is also 0 and time period is also 0 for the constant force. You can see here for the constant force there is a at time t is equal to 0, velocity is 0, as well as the displacement is also 0. So that by putting this velocity and the displacement, x is not is equal to 0 and v naught is equal to 0. So x of t will be become as a 1 upon m omega n. That is the last term. That is the last Duhamel's integral term will become here. That is x of t is equal to 1 upon m omega n into integration of 0 to t f of tau into sin of t minus tau into d tau. Okay. So based on this, we will solve this equation for this x of t. We will resolve this integration. Okay. Before that, all of you write down this. Write down the heading constant force Duhamel's integral. Below this, you all of you write down the constant force and draw this diagram, small diagram. All of you draw in your notebook. Draw this diagram fast. Okay. Below this, all of you write down. Consider the case of constant force. Consider the case of constant force. Consider the case of constant force. Consider the case of constant force of magnitude f naught of magnitude f naught applied suddenly to the undamped oscillator at time t is equal to 0, at time t is equal to 0, at time t is equal to 0 for both initial displacement and velocity, initial displacement and velocity equal to 0, initial displacement and velocity equal to 0. The Duhamel's equation, all of you write down this: x of t is equal to x naught cos omega nt plus v naught upon omega n into sine of omega nt plus 1 upon m omega n into integration of 0 to t f of tau into sine of t minus tau into d tau. Okay, write down this equation x of t for the Duhamel's, from the Duhamel's integral, Duhamel's equation. Write down below this by putting both initial displacement and velocity, both initial displacement and velocity equal to 0, so that equation becomes write down this: x of t is equal to 1 upon m omega n into integration of 0 to t f of tau into sine of t minus tau into d tau. By putting initial conditions, initial displacement and velocity conditions, x is equal to 0 and v naught, x naught is equal to 0 and v naught is equal to 0, equation becomes like this: x of t is equal to 1 upon m omega n into integration of 0 to t f of tau into sine of t minus tau into d tau. Okay. After this, we have here, we'll go for the solution of this integral. How to solve this integration, that we see. X of t is equal to integration, x of t is equal to 1 upon m omega n into integration of 0 to t into f of tau into sine of t minus tau into d tau. Okay, we have to solve this integration. How to solve this integration? Anyone can please tell me? X of t is equal to 1 upon m omega n into integration of that term. What is the integration of this? Bernoulli integration of this term as a f of tau, as a f of tau, f of tau at condition time t is equal to 0 to t, it will become as a f tau into the remaining term as a sine of t minus tau into d tau. I will put here once again the integration. Okay, that is the integration of 0 to t. So that remaining term as a f naught upon m omega n. That f naught is the constant term. So remaining term as a sine of t minus tau into d tau. So now we have to solve this integration. So how to solve this integration? That is f naught upon m omega n into integration of, what is the integration of sine? Integration of sine is minus cos. Integration of sine is minus cos. Minus integration of sine is, okay, here minus integration of sine into omega n into t. Sine of omega n into t. So I have to write here, that is the sine of omega n. Integration of this, what is the integration? That is the sine's integration cast. What is the integration of sine? That is the minus cos. That is the cos of omega n into the t minus tau. and their integration we have taken with respect to the d tau. That's why that tau is with respect to the minus d tau. So that will become as a -1 on the lower side into its coefficient as a omega n. So that is the integration of this cos of omega n into t minus tau into d tau. Okay. Then there is a that minus sign that will be getting cancelled for each other. Minus sign will be getting cancelled. So what is the integral from 0 to time period t? So now put the condition, which is the condition, that is the m omega n into integration of that omega n that will be taken outside. It will become a omega n square. So remaining term is a cos of omega n into that t minus t, upper limit minus lower limit, that t minus t that will become as a t minus t, and minus of this cos of omega n, cos of omega n into that t minus tau, that is the t minus 0. So in this way, that is the solution for this integration. So what is the remaining part? So write directly, you can write here, that is the f naught upon m omega n square into bracket that cos of omega n t minus t, that will become 0. Cos 0 is 1. So 1 minus, that is the cos of omega n t. So that is the resolution. So all of you write down this. समझ में तुम्हारा how this integration I have solved. 1 upon x of t already we know, x of t is equal to 1 upon m omega n into integration of 0 to t f of tau into sine of omega n into t minus tau into d tau. We have to solve this integration. There is a sign term here. So how to take the integration? That f of tau, that is f of tau, that is the f naught, that is the that value become as a f of t, that is the force. So I have taken outside, that is the constant value. Given term integration of 0 to t into sine of omega n into t minus tau with respect to d tau. So we have to take a integration with respect to d tau. How we can take? How we have to take? Their sign terminology is here. So integration of sine is a minus cos. So minus cos omega n into t minus tau. Same. But we have taken the integration with respect to tau. That's why that coefficient of that minus coefficient of tau, that is the -1. So we have taken it as a downward side, that is the -1 into its coefficient as omega n, that will be also taking downward side. So by putting the boundary condition, what are the boundary condition? Is that is the limit of this integration from 0 to time period t. So we have to put this at time tau is equal to at time tau is equal to upper limit t is equal to tau is equal to t, and second thing is that at tau is equal to 0. By putting these limits, we will get directly as a solution is equal to 1 f naught upon m omega n square into bracket 1 minus cos of omega n t. Okay, so all of you write down this. Okay, all of you understand this? Or once again I will tell. Now I will tell once again if you want. Constant force. Duhamel's integral we have used for the constant force. Actually, constant term we have to use the Duhamel's integral. Already we know the Duhamel's integral. What is the Duhamel's integral? Equation is that x of t is equal to x naught into cos of omega n t plus v naught upon omega n into sine of omega n t plus that Duhamel's term, that is the 1 upon m omega n into integration of 0 to t into f of tau into sine of omega n t minus tau into d tau. That is the equation of de Havilland's integral. Okay, but in this de Havilland's integral, for the constant force at initial displacement and initial velocity, both are 0 at the initial time period t is equal to 0. So by putting these two values x naught and v naught, we get and directly the equation for this, that is the 1 upon m omega n into integration of 0 to t f of tau into sine of omega n t into t minus tau into d tau. That is the equation we get. Okay, and that equation if we solve, we get directly the constant factor or the constant force, whatever the equation that we get here. So for this, we have to go for the solution. 1 upon m omega n, that is the outside term, that is 0 to t f of tau into sine of omega n into t minus tau. But at time period t is equal to 0, at time t is equal to t. So f of tau is a constant, so we have to take it as a outside. Okay, that is the f naught or f tau. Again, we have to take the integration of this term, that is the sine of omega n into t minus tau. How to take the integration? Integration of this sign is a minus cos omega n into t minus tau. But here is a t minus tau. So tau integration we have taken with respect to tau. That's why there is a coefficient, that minus coefficient is here. So in the integration, that coefficient we have taken I in the downward direction. That will become minus 1 into its coefficient as a omega n. Okay. So that minus sign getting cancelled, and if we take this omega n at the outside, what will be here? That f naught upon m omega n square into bracket that cos of omega n t minus tau. T minus tau means that t minus t, that will become a 0. And minus of cos of omega n into t minus 0. So cos of 0 is 1. So remaining is a 1 minus cos of omega n t. So that is the equation for the constant force. Okay. So based on this, we can write directly by putting, we can solve this once again by dividing the k factor on the numerator as well as the denominator. And that x of t is equal to f naught upon m omega n square into bracket 1 minus cos of omega n t, that is the x of t value for the constant force. So how we can resolve this once again? By the dividing by k and the multiplying by k. Divided by k, that is the m omega n square upon it is a k into bracket 1 minus cos of omega n t. You can see here where there is a f naught upon k, that is the f naught upon k, that is the same value here, but k by m. What is the k by m? Root of k by m is the omega n is equal to root of k by m. So k by m is again omega n square divided by omega n square, that both are getting cancelled for each other into bracket 1 minus cos of omega n t. So what is remaining? That is the f naught by k into bracket 1 minus cos of omega n t. Okay, and that is the x of t value. And x of t, already we know that f naught by k is the x static value. So we can put here directly as x static into bracket 1 minus cos of omega n t. That is the last formula for the calculation part of the constant force. So write down this. We go for the next part. Okay. we'll go for the next. Okay. Write down the next part for the rectangular force. Write down the next for the rectangular force. Gamma's integral for rectangular. For a rectangular mode. All of you draw the diagram. That is the time period T, that is the time period as TD. It is the F naught, that is the F of tau. Draw this diagram. Okay, so write down. In this case, rectangular load, and if you write down in this case, the constant load, in this case, the constant load, F naught, is applied, for, limited time period, of TD, as shown in figure, as shown in figure, as shown in figure, full stop, for both initial displacement, for both initial displacement and velocity, initial velocity and displacement equal to 0, equal to 0, equal to 0. The equation can be written as, the equation can be written as, equation can be written as based on the Duhamel's integral. Okay, you can see here this is the f of tau. Okay, that is the impulse force, that is the time period as td. Okay, where that cross sectional area is this, that is the rectangular cross sectional area is over here. At time t is equal to 0, there is the initial velocity and the initial displacement, both are 0. Okay, in this rectangular you can see here there is a constant force, that is the f naught at a time period of td. Means that constant force f naught is up to the time period of td, and that cross sectional area we have to take consideration for the calculation of this part of the response of this rectangular node. Okay, काय बघा या ठिकाणी, that is the rectangular area. In this rectangular area there is a f naught is the constant force which is applied, up to a time period of td. Time period is td. Why? The cross sectional area is a rectangular, and that's why the limit of this time period is up to the td only. And that's why we are at the time period of that initial time period t is equal to 0, initial velocity and displacement both are 0. So that final equation, that is the whatever the equation, that is the x naught cos omega n t plus v naught upon omega n into sine of omega n t, plus there is this addition term of this Duhamel's integral, and from this total equation that x naught and the v naught are 0, so that the Duhamel's equation will become as like this. So that you can put here that is the x of t is equal to x naught upon omega n, x naught into omega n t plus v naught upon omega n into sine of omega n t, plus this is a Duhamel's integral. What is this Duhamel's integral? 1 upon m omega n into integration of 0 to t, that is the f of tau into sine of omega n into t minus tau into d tau. That is the total Duhamel's integral. That is the basic equation of this Duhamel's integral. But from this equation, at time t is equal to 0, that velocity is 0 and the displacement is 0 at the initial condition. So that x naught is 0, v naught is 0. By putting these two values, that first two cases will become a 0. So that our equation of x of t will become as a x of t is equal to 1 upon m omega n into integration of 0 to t f of tau into sine of omega n into t minus tau, that is the with respect to d tau. So now we have to solve this equation again with respect to time period of td and with respect to time period as t. Okay. So up to this, all of you write down the note, draw the diagram and write down the Duhamel's integral by putting the value of initial value conditions of x naught and the v naught. Okay, so now we have to solve this equation. Same as far as the earlier our equation for the force, constant force. So what is the solution of this? 1 upon m omega n, that f naught will take outside. So what is the remaining term as a integration of this term as a integration of 0 to t that f term to already we have taken outside, that is omega n into t minus tau, that is with respect to d tau. So we have to take the integration. Already we have taken the integration for the constant force. There are the x of t will be again, x of t will become as a f naught upon m omega n into bracket. That is the integration. Directly I will put the condition. Integration of this sign. What is the integration of sign? That is the minus cos of omega n into t minus tau into divided by minus omega n, and this limit is with respect to the 0 to time period t. So what is the case? What is the f upon m omega n square into bracket, that minus n getting cancelled. So there is a cos of omega n into t minus t, where the tau, already we know the value of tau, that is with respect to the time period as t. So tau च्या ठिकाणी आता put up करायचं value. What is this? Cos of omega n into t minus t, that is the 0, minus of cos of omega n into t minus 0. So what is the remaining value? That is the f naught upon m omega n square into bracket 1 minus, that is the cos of omega n t minus t. T minus t is nothing but a 0. So cos 0 is 1. 1 minus cos of omega n t. That is the basic equation. But we have to go for the case number 1 and case number 2 with respect to the time period. The time period is changing. That for the rectangular area. Already we have seen that is for the rectangular area, but where is the time period is td and where the time period is t, where there is a force is here and there is a force f naught and f, that likewise there is a difference. So we have to solve this equation. So how to solve this for the second equation? So write down the case number 1. So the basic equation is, if we take the directly, there is a x of t will be here. So if we take the derivative of this, we will take the initial velocity and the initial displacement. So already we know the initial displacement, but we have to calculate the initial velocity. Then how to calculate the initial velocity? By taking the derivative of this term. Derivative. How to take the derivative? There is a f naught upon m omega n square, that is a constant term. Okay. Into what is the remaining term? We have to take the integration of this, the derivative of this 1 minus cos of, that is the d by dt of kind of 1 minus cos of omega nt. So what is the derivative of this? F naught upon m omega n square into its derivative of constant is 0. So that is 0 minus derivative of this cos. Cos the derivative per that is the minus 1 in, there is minus that will become as directly as a plus into omega n into sine of omega nt. So what is the formula here? That become as a 1 upon m omega n square into omega n into, that is the sine of omega nt. That is the equation. So here we can cancel this upper side and lower side omega n. So that omega n getting cancelled. So remaining term is f naught upon m omega n into sine of omega n t. So that is the equation. That is the displacement of the time period at time period t for the rectangular force. So all of you write down up to this. We'll go for the next point. Maybe within 1 minute our meeting will be over. So all of you join once again on the same link.